Man, you come straight out of a comic. Wait till you hear this latest wild statement he made. Man.
Oh shit! I forgot about this nigga. Yeah.
Dion. Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Straight Out of the Comic Book. I am your host, Will Pharaoh, and I got the fellas in here with me today, man. Darren, Big Baby Brand, Young Deuces of the Geek Set Podcast, Broady the Joker, and of course, Lack the Destroyer. And if you are seeing the name for Dion Lack, that is the theme of today's episode. We are talking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The movie that made every grown man cry like a bitch in the theaters, even if they won't admit it. You was tearing the fuck up in that dark theater.
Woo. Yeah, that rocket cry, that Peter Quill cry. It's a lot of outlied cries. I was like, oh man, they got me.
Oh no. This was an emotional, fun roller coaster ride.
We talking Guardians?
Yeah, we talking Guardians.
Hey man, listen, bro.
Come on.
That is the best trilogy.
Come on! I didn't have to hype him for it. I didn't have to tell him
that the MCU has done, bro. Think about it, bro.
That's not blasphemous, though.
Hold on. To take those characters, right? That the normal comic book or normal superhero person that don't know these niggas, bro. Come on. Right. Everybody want to cap now.
Preach.
Plenty of niggas when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, they was like, who is that?
Yep.
And so we all knew who Captain America was before the movie dropped. We all know who Spider-Man was. We knew who Wolverine, Logan. We knew all these niggas, but real niggas, I'm a real nigga, bro. I did the comic books, but I didn't know who them niggas was for real. I may have saw them in a couple of cartoons.
True.
You feel what I'm saying?
The most you knew was maybe the Raccoon and Star-Lord.
No,
that was about it. And that's just because you saw them. Yeah, and that's just because you saw them. You did not know their name or anything like that. You had just maybe saw them once in the comic book, just like Darren's point.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so for us to be introduced to these niggas from the first movie to that weird ass second movie. The second movie was weird as shit. But we still fuck with it because we still had emotional tie to it. To bring that shit all the way to here, that's tough, bro.
Yeah,
and it had so much going against them, bro. Like niggas, they didn't know. Like Doctor Strange, when Doctor Strange came out, they didn't know if that was gonna pop because he's not a popular Marvel person. Right. He is now.
Yeah, right.
But real niggas only know the core people.
Yeah,
your Iron Mans, your Captain Americas, your Hulks. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Mans. That's the core. And then you got your X-Men. Like people don't even know the in-depth of X-Men. They only know Cyclops, Wolverine, Jean. Niggas don't even Jubilee. Niggas don't even know Jubilee unless you watch the cartoon because she ain't in none of the movies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So
no, she is. She's in First Class. I mean, not First Class. Days of Future Past.
Yeah, she is.
Is she? I thought she was in the next
no lines.
I thought it was Apocalypse.
No.
It was one of them.
It
was the one that took place in the 80s. The one that took place in the 80s.
Yeah, it's after Days of Future Past. Yeah. It's either Apocalypse or Dark Phoenix because it's the one where they recast Cyclops and he was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't disagree with them that being the best trilogy out of the entire series and stuff.
You can give it to Captain America. You can give it to Captain America.
That first one was shaky.
I'm just now learning that a lot of people don't fuck with the first one because I fuck with the first one. So
I like it. It's just it's very basic. It's not bad. It's not great.
What happened is that shit should have came out first.
Yeah.
Instead of us giving these Iron Mans, all these other shit, and then try to run us back. See, the problem was they fucked us up doing this whole shit out of order.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did. Yeah,
like I will say though, for Captain America, like it's one of those movies. Like I'm sure, like war veterans and like old heads really enjoyed that. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's a period piece essentially. But it's like I was like I didn't fuck with that joint. I was like maybe I just don't fuck with Captain America. Then when these niggas when he caught up in time, it's Winter Soldier, even Civil War, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, he's not my favorite hero, but the films are fucking great, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think that first one was still trying to figure out that Marvel superhero format of shooting that we see now. Like Captain America, the first was still kind of felt like how those Sam Raimi Spider-Mans were, 20th Century Fox X-Men. It still kind of had that feel. Yeah, it still kind of had that feel, but it was still trying to show that like, hey, yeah, we can still, you know, give you some elements of the comic book and stuff. It went to Winter Soldier where it was like, oh, this is a Marvel movie, right? Yeah. And then the third one I don't truly count because you had an all-star cast of characters.
Avengers?
It was Civil War. So you got to introduce Black Panther. You had a Civil War at an airport, and it's just like
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, we said Avengers 2.5.
I mean,
right?
low key, Civil War gave you chills when you watched it as a fan.
Hell yeah.
Like when them niggas was running against each other, you was like, man, if either one of these niggas had Thor or Hulk, this shit would be over.
It would be over.
Bro, everything that happened in Civil War, I was the black nigga like, I was just so geek.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, but man, we are on the Guardians right now for this episode, and so we're gonna always get into our hot topic. The main thing about Guardians, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the movie. We're gonna jump into that, and then we also gonna do play a little game of who would you pick to do something when it comes to all the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. And so we're gonna get into that later into the episode. And we got two hear me outs.
Okay,
two hear me outs. Now, normally I'm the one doing the hear me outs. I got one, but today it is featuring Mr. Dion Lack, and I think that should definitely be the first thing that we talk about.
Okay,
because it ties in with the hot topic.
All right, let me just because I feel right now my only one in the possible is Darren. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel about the Star Wars franchise?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't fuck with Star Wars.
Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking with grease. All right. So, thank you. I said these three movies. Oh, he listened.
Go ahead.
I said these three movies, the Guardians Galaxy, is hands down better than the entire franchise of Star Wars. I felt like
I'm gonna just be real, bro. I never got into the Star Wars shit, bro. Like
man,
never, bro. And I understand.
Confusing.
Listen, bro. Listen, hold on. Let me take my headphones off because Osama here too, man. And I feel like he got something to say. Let me take these headphones off because he feel like. Hold on. You got something you want to say, big dog?
You weren't raised right.
I wasn't raised right.
Hey, who's that scholar right there?
What up, Osama? Been drinking, man.
Yeah, what's up,
man?
Oh no, y'all mute.
Listen, you're on mute. So hear me out. So the three, these like Darren said, we have never seen these characters before, just like Star Wars. But these three movies explained a whole world in three movies. Star Wars got 56 movies and 12 TV shows, and we still figure things out. It's too confusing, and it's like we still ain't know what happened with Groot, but we still love them. 5 characters we never found out, but in 3 movies they explain so much, and it can keep going on with Thanos' origin story. They got Thor they can fuck with. They got the Celestials. They got it's a whole space cowboy movie world that we can still rock with.
Oh, y'all niggas put y'all Star Wars shit on,
huh?
Wait a minute. Right. Okay.
I hate Star Wars. It's too confusing. They got these new names and the Wakamaka, the Wakamaka world, and I'm like, I got Google. Like, what does this mean?
The only real nigga we recognize is Yoda. Darth Vader. And the only reason we recognize him because that's Mufasa.
You don't know who this is?
Everybody knows who this is.
You don't know who Jabba the Hutt is? I know because people used to call fans. Come on, bro. I do know that. I did.
Bro, Samuel L. Jackson got the only purple lightsaber in the whole universe.
Oh, that sells it.
So
that sells it.
The Prince girl, she the one who had the braids like this. Princess Leia. I don't know that bitch name. I'm just saying.
I will say
there are times in life where I really tried to try Star Wars. Like, remember when the pandemic first happened? We didn't have nothing to do.
Yeah.
I tried Star Wars, couldn't do it. Tried Lords of the Rings, couldn't do it. Like, it's just certain shit that don't just move me.
Yeah.
Y'all can put your toys up. Put your damn toys up.
And just imagine if Guardians had 12 movies. This world gonna be incredible. And they can each have individual movies.
So
Star Wars is trying to figure. They figured out. They keep making movies to fix loopholes.
So you said Guardians is more impactful, or they did more than Star Wars did.
Ooh. If it was a rating, if it was like from these 12 movies versus Guardians, which one has a higher rating as far as like people enjoying them? Like,
Guardians. That's a great way to put that.
It's flawless. Like Star Wars is like, it's like, man, y'all heard enough. It's the same movie again.
I heard enough, bro. You need to stop. There will never, and I will say never, ever in life be a Guardians of the Galaxy convention. There is Star Wars convention. There are Star Wars. Bro.
It came out in the 70s. It's groundbreaking.
A lot of white people, bro.
That's true.
Guardians will never match.
Can I
Star Wars in life?
Can I say this?
Ever.
Tell me a fighting scene that was better than that was in Guardians 3 in any of the Star Wars.
What?
Well, hold on. Before we do that, so let's make it. We got to hold on because we got to make this a little more even. So for the Star Wars fans, Deuces and Broady, which trilogy are you going to have debate against Guardians trilogy? Is it the original? Is it the prequel? Or is it the recent ones?
So here's the thing. I get it what you're saying, and we can have this debate of a trilogy, but that's not what Dion said.
Well, no, because to Dion's point, where he first started was it was better than the movies. Now, even to what you're saying, yes, the lure of what it was, 3 movies can't beat 30 years of content, fandom fiction, people writing things. Like, you can't beat that. So that's why I'm like, from his original statement of keeping it movie based, let's keep it there. Because like you said, to your point, it's never going to get that big.
Right.
And they had a ride before Star Wars.
And Guardians of the Galaxy got a ride, which I think is way better than the Star Wars ride.
And they just came out like 6 years ago. And they got a ride at the same time as Star Wars. They said, okay, we got to speed this up.
No, wait. Guardians of the Galaxy may got a ride, but for years, there have been Star Wars characters walking around Disney, all that shit.
Yeah.
Before Guardians was born. Yes, of course.
So that's why I say keep it to the movies in this statement. Keep it to the movies.
I'm passing it off to my bro Broady. I've said my points.
This nigga taking notes. I took some notes because there's so much shit y'all saying, you know. So that's what I wrote down. But you are just completely misguided. I think underheld as a child, neglected, because I cannot understand how you can say that the greatest. I can't consider Star Wars even movies. Like, I don't see it's something else outside of movies. The shits are so cold. Now, Guardians is great because they were able to do that, but they wouldn't have been able to do that had Star Wars not done it. Obviously, the original. Hold on.
LeBron James.
Hey! I gave you time to fart out of your mouth. Now let me talk. Okay, so Guardians, they had all the time right now to do this. Star Wars, the original trilogy, is the best trilogy. However, if we're looking at special effects and all that, nigga, they were leading the game at that time. The reason y'all's movies have that type of art is because of Lucasfilm, because of industrial lighting, all of that, because the shit they did was so cold, it changed the game for special effects as you even see them.
We can just do scripts. The film. I can listen to it. It's just better than Star Wars.
The Ewoks changed film too. Man, that was the first time you seen something like that. The Ewoks.
Talk to him, Osama. Talk to him.
You think Rocket Raccoon? Come on, over Wicked.
Who's the face of Star Wars?
Who's the face of Star Wars?
Y'all don't have an identity no more. Who's the face of Star Wars?
First of all, the Skywalker saga is exactly that. It's the story of Anakin Skywalker. The shit's too big to say who's it focused on. It's not about one nigga. It's about mad niggas. It's about a galaxy. A long time ago, where it didn't say at motherfucking Cheryl's house, nigga. It said a long time ago in a galaxy far away. You talk about the war that's going on. Then you break it down to like where planet they on. Then you break it down to the people, and then you start the movie right there. Shit.
So Dion,
I could come over here and say, yes, I may not watch it or whatever, but I do respect it.
Appreciate that.
I do respect it. Now there's some things I know, some trilogy. Like I said, Lord of the Rings. I never got into it. I did a couple of Harry Potters, but like all 9, no.
My last point, Dion. My last point, because you talking about if we talk about the original trilogies, right? How many shows have we seen parodied those original trilogies? I can guarantee you nobody is going to parody Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Nigga, Guardians is a parody. That shit is a parody in itself. You know, they just decided to take it seriously. That shit is a fucking parody. Nigga, how's your villain, your final boss is like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a planet.
I don't care what you say. Guardians will never come up with nothing harder than may the force be with you.
Never.
Yeah. And I will say this to your point, Dion, that you originally started with. Guardians did a great job focusing on a group in space and where they went and what they did. Star Wars, however, if you compare it to Marvel, Star Wars said it as if you had the Eternals, Thor's world, and everything he deal with, and the Guardians all within these films and how they connect with one another. That's what Star Wars did. Because even to your point, like you said, Dion, I still do not know what's going on, really. I don't know where we be at. I don't know who's winning, but I still be interested because where the characters are, how they develop them.
Hey, they tell you where they are at the beginning. The opening crawl tells you exactly where we are. If you confused, that's your negligence.
That's what I just said. Calm down, Brody. That's what I just said.
I don't know, man. That's what Star Wars do. Guardians didn't have us like this.
It brought us together.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Star Wars had a 40-year head start. Guardians is 9 years old. You understand that? We have been in a debate.
The comics are older than Star Wars.
This is Bill Russell versus fucking LeBron James right now. He's like,
the Guardians had a head start. The comic books are older than Star Wars.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about the movies.
Hey Siri, when did the first Guardians of the Galaxy comic book come out?
Yesterday.
It said the movie, so I'm gonna have to go in.
Exactly, nigga. Come on, man. Of course, Star Wars had a head start, man. But if we can take out the special effects. If I just listen to the movie, the stories are better. The stories are more clearer.
Oh, so you know what's crazy? The comics books actually premiered January 1969. Star Wars came out in 1970.
Guardians.
That's interesting because the year that seems Star Wars that would mean that it came out after the. Oh, but go ahead, Dion. You were saying something about some bullshit.
Hey man, ain't we supposed to be giving Guardians?
Yeah.
So Dion went blasphemy.
That's how Rocket, because my nigga Rocket's a black man.
I'm done.
All right. So that was our.
Let me know this. Tell me a Star Wars scene that was harder than that fight scene.
Oh my God!
When
Darth Maul pulled his double lightsaber out for the first time.
Yo, and I'm sorry, that Anakin fight on the lava planet, that was fire.
When Darth Vader was killing all the rebel guards in Rogue One, when he pulled his lightsaber out and said, "Nah, nigga."
Yeah, when that man said, "Anakin, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it." I told you, don't do it. I told your ass. And now you on fire with no legs. That was hard.
I'll give you a scene from every single film in Star Wars that smashes that corridor scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is the best scene in all the trilogy, that corridor. But other than that,
one shot, and they all had their perks and they showed their strengths, man. Of course, if you have the Force, that's an easy win.
No, don't try to take what we got.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Of course, easy win, nigga.
Yeah, of course, I got a big director. Of course, if you got a big budget. Of course, if you got you lost.
Hold on. Dion, how they do the Force again?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Yeah, they got the Force. Cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You doing your dancing hands and everything. All right, but what about the
this nigga over here crying? He said, "But what about Got your fucking dancing hands.
What about the? You reminded me, you because you're chopping and screwing the music. You're disrespecting the music of Star Wars, even in your little act out. You're not thinking about what John Williams did to all those movies, man. Oh, come on. Anytime you hear it, bum, 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 bum. Come on, man.
How about this? What this?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say, man. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's another nigga song.
It don't matter. It don't matter though.
I can put.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That just made me think about Baby Groot when he was dancing and following.
Yeah, bro. That's
I
what I'm
could put
saying.
the Lil Uzi Vert song in one of the Star Wars lightsaber. See, I could put "Just Wanna Rock." And nigga, that shit would be. I'm telling you,
mute this nigga, yo. Mute this nigga.
I'm sorry, because again, Brody,
You got off the edge, come back, bro.
Yeah, because that even brings us into our main topic, which is us talking about the movie, and that is one of probably the best things about it, the way you can't really debate it, is the music. The music made all three of those, and it shows something.
Hey man, Guardians just saved Marvel ass this whole year.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, they are really good at putting together playlists. You know what I'm saying? Some people are good DJs and some people are good artists. Star Wars are artists. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy, they're good DJs.
Hold on. No. You're not finna disrespect that. No. Because somebody on Fantastic Frankie said this very well. The music in there showed everyone that Earth's best thing is music and how it can tie everyone in together. Because you watched every character grow and see which songs attached DJ. To them. No. So don't you go calling them no DJ. Them dudes were fire. Just because you got some bum, that's cool. That's great.
No, who do you think at the cantina on Tatooine? All niggas came from all over the galaxy to listen to one band because they were fire. They got to
the same song over and over.
Come on, man.
Who has a better story arc than Nebula?
Anakin Skywalker.
Duh. Like, bro, get out of here.
You know what? We in this debate. All y'all both, every time y'all give a good point, then y'all get real close to the edge like Darren say and ready to jump off. I'm like, come on. All right, so we jumping back into Guardians of the Galaxy, and we starting with the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I want to know for y'all, and we're going to start with Darren, what would you say were some of the best moments from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
All right, so boom. Ain't seen it yet. Yeah, go inside, my nigga.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm done.
Okay. Let me get back on my shit, man. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. All right, let me connect.
Best parts of
Guardians.
Yeah.
Right,
I love how they piggyback off of the second one where they had Adam Warlock come right in.
Can't hear you.
No, we hear him. Yeah, we can hear him. Your headphones. Can you hear us there?
Is that me?
Yeah, can you hear? We hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
Can you hear us?
Plug it in.
Your headphones. Can you hear? Can we hear you? Uh-oh.
Some old folks, nigga. Hold on. How did it work this thing? Hold on. What is this?
Even Star-Lord knows how to use his headphones.
Wait, he hears us, but he ain't talking though.
He can't hear you.
Wait, you muted yourself.
You're simply muted right now. Okay.
There we go.
I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, I go ahead and say this. I smoke a lot of weed. I be on TikTok. There's a couple people that I follow who give great reviews on Marvel. You know, a couple of niggas who really be into that shit like we are. And I caught a lot of different opinions, but for me, I think the best moment was just like how hard they was fighting for Rocket, bro.
Yeah.
Because overall, we all know Rocket's an asshole. Like the way he come off on everybody, but for them to finally understood why he is the way he is, you know what I'm saying? That to me, that was just the best part because like, and I'm gonna say this is the first time they showed Drax really get busy. When that nigga was fighting Warlock, like low key, Drax always been like a little bitch. Like, man, you supposed to be this destroyer, nigga. You ain't never destroyed shit. Like everything you ever done, bro, you been getting your ass beat, bro. Like this nigga has won literally no battles in all the movies.
Funny.
And this was the first time we see it. Like he was like, and the way they made Warlock look, he should have been. And the way they made Drax look in the past movies, Warlock should have killed him. Like.
Yeah.
But the way Drax was holding his own, how they came together, that was the best part.
Also, when Groot came down on him and wrapped around him, I Oh shit!
Yeah,
he almost about to go on his nose. He said, "Burned him."
Just how hard Nebula is. You know what I'm saying? Like that overall thing was dope. You said good, bad, and ugly.
No, we're just on the good right now. We on the good.
Okay, good.
Now.
Oh yeah, that's my good. That's my good. Just the whole overall like.
I really fucks with High Revolutionary?
Yeah.
High Evolutionary. Good ass job, dude. I was like, damn. Nigga, how sinister are you for killing his friend? He said, you won. All right, you won the screaming match. I'm like, nigga, goddamn you.
Yo, bro.
I hate you.
You wild, dog.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate you, man. Good ass acting, dude.
Top tier villain, bro. Like I'm talking about.
My bruh said it ain't no God, so I became one.
Woo!
And his speech game, like his monologue game, he was killing it, dog.
But just even just how he knew, that dude when like Quill walked in and he was just
Hold on. That nigga said
he wasn't even worried. He said, hold on, I gotta take this call.
And held it for a hot minute. I was like, because that was at least 3 minutes of the film. And I was like, yo, he really got him on pause right now.
He's actually a pretty terrifying villain. Like to know, like to see when they, his mask or his skin face was taken off, and then you saw that, like that's what's going on underneath. It's kind of the terror and like, I mean, I'm sorry to bring it to Star Wars, but Darth Vader, but it gave me that type of feeling. Like the mask was off, and you're like, oh shit, this nigga really went through some shit. It elevated his sinistership like that. Not higher.
But I knew it was a mask the whole time when they showed Rocket when he spazzed. And
when he spazzed.
I said, oh, that's why he sealed up because Rocket.
That's right.
Yeah, and it was the Wolverine noises, my nigga. It was
yeah. And see, for me, I got. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
What was funny is when he found it, like, I can't believe a fucking raccoon that I created is smarter than me. He's like, 89P13! 89P13! How did you figure this out? How did you, your little small head, figure this out? I'm like, this nigga is sinister, boy.
No. That's when I realized he had a coke problem. That was coke behavior right there.
Big crackhead energy. Dog.
Yeah, because his assistants came behind him trying to catch him and shit. I was like, oh, he out of there. He owes something.
So High Evolutionary, that's a perfect name.
Yep.
Nah, bro, that's some narcissistic demonic shit. The way people who grab your head like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if y'all ever been in some abusive shit growing up, but you ever had like your father or some male figure he don't hit you, he just grab your head like, nigga, if I could, you be like, that's when your heart is like, okay, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Nah.
And I just seen that before. I was like, that was because like, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, but that's what showed the true villainy of like it'd be different when it's someone that's just like you got a whole army behind you so you could do stuff. It's like, nah, bro, like if this dude capture you, he is going to mess you up.
Hold on, bro. They killed that nigga, bro. The lady had the gun to him. That nigga said, bitch, bow.
What is his power? What is his power? Is it his suit or is that him?
No, that's him. That's him. So technically, he a machine in the comic book, and so that's what threw me off about the face thing. I thought because of like him continuing to always work on stuff, he had did that, but then didn't want to lose his humanity, so he attached his face back. So I thought they was gonna show he was a robot at the end. I had completely skipped that Rocket had messed his face up, and then when they took it off, I was like, oh wow, y'all really showed that.
Yeah, man. But like y'all don't remember that scene where that nigga shot Lola?
Oh no, I remember it.
That nigga Rocket turned around. That nigga said, and
I cried. It gave me that Bruce Lee vibes. Like I don't know if y'all fuck with Bruce Lee like that, but like in the Chinese Connection when he rolled up and he was like, "Why did you kill my master? Why?" Like that's how I felt. Like
it reminded me of Old Boy. I don't know if y'all seen Old Boy. That's that vibe. That Old Boy, he went on that vengeance after they killed his whole family. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, bet.
But hey, what we also got to talk about that was extremely good is how their marketing faked us all out. The fact that
Rocket was going to die.
Well, not only that, the fact that we thought we thought Peter got packed out somehow, and they was carrying him, and you know what I'm saying? And it was come to find out that he was only a drunk.
That was the intro. Yeah, that was the intro.
Yeah.
And then the callback. I don't if you remember way back in Guardians 1 when they show Rocket in the lineup and they say his partners in crime, he puts Lila. And when you think about the tragedy of Rocket, knowing that at that moment he wasn't doing any missions with Lila, and it's like, bro, like that's where you start like seeing the heartstrings. Like, damn, yo, my nigga went through it and kept her with him the whole way. Like that.
Mine went back to that scene from the original one when he was drunk. And stuff.
Yeah.
She called me. He called me a Ronin. She called me Furman.
Yep, I didn't ask to be ripped apart and put back together over and over again. I was like, oh, bro.
Nobody saying you a monster, Rocket. She called me a Ronin. She called me a Furman. I was like, oh my God, Rocket. And you see why he was like, and he's always been the leader. That's why Thor thought he was the leader when Thor was on the ship.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thor was like, how about you roll with me, big dog?
Yeah.
I want to see a movie with Groot and Rocket, how they met each other.
I would love to see that.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. I would love to see
who didn't cry of I love you guys?
Oh, I did. So here's my thing. That was my hear me out right there. So there was a thing that went around in social that messed my head up. They was like, when Groot says I love you.
That's us understanding them.
We understand him now.
We understand him. He ain't really speaking it. We just understand him. I was like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we went on the journey with him. So that
son. Nah, son. Because if he would have said I am Groot right there, every last one of us would interpret that as we are family or something, or I love y'all. Or something like that. So I'm glad they switched that shit up because that was important for us as fans to grow with.
That's why I said it was so fire, bro. Because it's literally like we went on the journey with these niggas. So of course we understand them now. Because you got to remember at the beginning of this movie, what's the name? Gamora, she wasn't understanding.
She like y'all don't know what he's saying.
But then by the end, because she went through some shit with him, she understood him at the end. It's like, yo, like, hey, man.
And that's my good right there. Was Gamora in this film. Like, I really like that they did, like, because one thing I like that they really catched up on was tying it in for Nebula, because Nebula used to always talk a lot of shit about her, like, yo, this bitch ain't shit. And then it was like, yo, in this third one, you see it, and it's just like, oh, I'm seeing what Nebula's talking about now.
Hey,
but even
did you see the part when she was like, it seems like it's your type, and that nigga Quill looked at Nebula and was like, hey, that's how you know a nigga did some pussy.
That nigga low.
He was low with.
Bro, he been with this machine bitch for the past 3 years. Ain't never looked at her. Somebody's made one comment. That nigga said,
I mean, if it's out there,
Nebula looking kind of thick today. Hey, Nebula, you got a new computer?
Hey, Nebula was thick. I ain't gonna lie. Nebula was thick as fuck in this movie.
I'm piping Nebula down. What's up?
Yo.
Hey, but
I'll say my good.
Nebula had some ass on her.
What
give y'all my good real quick.
Wait, I was gonna say, Will, what was that? What episode was that when we was talking about it? We was like, how long are you in space before you try your first piece of space?
Oh yeah, your piece of space ass,
So it's like, because Peter been in it, but it's like, how long when you in space before you make the decision of I'm gonna see what's out here?
1 week. Go ahead, Broady. My bad.
Yeah, now you good. So my good man. I mean, it's brief, but it was that moment that gave me chills when Rocket went back in and they said, "Nigga, we going where you going?" And they all was slowly marching back in to go save all the animals. I was like, yo, it was screaming Sonic the Hedgehog, but I still fucked with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was dope. Yeah. That was dope.
That nigga said we gotta save everyone. I
all
said,
the animals.
Yo, I'm a guardian, bro. I'm a fucking guardian.
And no one asked, no one argued. They just all said,
all right,
we rock where Rocket's going.
I'm tired of running, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the growth of Mantis. I appreciate the growth of Mantis. I appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah. Dion, what about you? What was your good?
Let me say this one line. I already said mine in the beginning, but when he had said I am Groot, and he was like, he had said, What? You think we should touch him and make him feel good? He's like, oh no. Yeah, Mantis, why don't you just touch him and make him feel good? He said, oh no, not like that.
Not like that. Not like that.
And the comedy in Guardians of the Galaxy is always top tier because it's like it bounces back and forth from like ridiculous to smart to ridiculous to smart, and it's a fun ass ride, man. Like it is good.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. You using the same tone.
Open the fucking door.
Oh no,
wait a minute. Hold on. That's also it's the good, but I want to ask y'all how y'all feel about Marvel's first F-bomb being dropped by Peter.
Loved it.
I fuck with it. I loved it.
He was fed up. Fucking door. And that was just like, it was so perfect.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing that to like set the tone for like bringing Deadpool out. Like, nigga, we already gave y'all a fuck. It's like kind of the foreplay before this Deadpool 3 comes out. In the MCU.
I want to know who gonna drop the first nigga though. Who is it gonna be? Blade or
no?
Sam.
It gotta be Samuel L. Jackson.
It gotta be Sam, bro.
You cannot not let Samuel L. Jackson do it.
You know who it can't be? It can't be Captain America.
Y'all are Avengers. Y'all are acting like niggas.
Samuel should have said the first F-bomb to be for real.
I mean, when he technically sort of said it, it just went off before we got to hear him finish it.
Hey, no.
Bro, what the hell y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be Avengers. You acting like a bunch of niggas. Right?
We all need to use our connections and give that line from Broady to somebody to get to Samuel L. Jackson because he needs to say that line in Avengers.
I just needed to be right after that. Cap come out of nowhere, and be like language.
That's why I left Earth. Fucking with y'all niggas had it fucked up the first time.
There's so many points where he can say it.
Thor's gonna be like, "What's up?" They're like, "Don't even say it."
What's I beat it with my hammer?
Or like, bro, the funniest moment would be if somebody tell him about Kang and he's like,
No. You just missed what Darren said, though. Imagine if Thor catches you like, show me the mightiest nigga so I can fight.
I beat it with my hammer.
Hey, bro, the whole time the Wakandians is like,
I need your strongest, mightiest nigga.
This why we don't let y'all in here. We knew it.
These niggas, they'll be in the middle of being like,
hey, I'm telling you, after all that, Daredevil gonna fade to black. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
I see no prejudice. I don't see skin color.
Hey, the Spider-Man gonna be like, well,
he's gonna be awkward as hell. Just
Dr. Strange gonna jump back in the portal like, I'm out this bitch.
He said, it's not my group. This nigga Hulk transform back to Bruce.
Hey, Groot gonna be like, I am.
Hey, yo, and then Rocky just awkward as hell. What's a nigga?
Nah, you know Rocky the real nigga. Rocky gonna be like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. The gun gonna get bigger and bigger and shit.
All right, man. So now let's try to get into. I don't want to do the bad and the ugly because if I'm just gonna be honest, I don't think there were a lot of bad moments or any kind of real ugly moments.
Just one.
Okay.
I got one little bit.
I just wish they would have showed a little bit of actually what Rocket went through, and I feel like they did it because they wanted our imagination to be that bad, like it was that bad what they did to him. But I think Nebula sold it. Like Thanos ain't even do me like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But also, too, when they showed his face, that's when I was like, y'all could have showed a glimpse of this from the holographic thing they was watching because it was a holographic. We could at least saw a little bit of something. So I agree with you.
His scout was open. Yeah.
Mine's would. I didn't want the switch with Adam Warlock to happen so fast. We know that he's part of, he joins the Guardians and everything of that nature. I would have wanted to see more of him being a threat just a little bit more before he turned. So that
I thought them kids was his flock that he got in the comic book. Yeah. I thought that's what that was gonna lead into, like him about to start becoming that. I didn't know he was gonna become a Guardian. Broady, do you have anything?
My bad. It's the same thing. Adam Warlock, I think he was just underused, and it was just I mean, it's like you really didn't need him as far for for the immediate plot points. You know, it really didn't make sense. The High Evolutionary, his whole arc, I could see the story in there. Warlock just seemed like a nigga that barged in and then changed his mind last minute. Like there didn't seem much motivation for him to change his mind, you know?
Yeah. He was a beast in the beginning, though. God damn, he was a beast.
He was a beast.
Shit.
Yeah.
And I like how
I don't know.
Got to his character of like, it's your fault he out the cocoon. Like, this is why he's immature.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nice little quick way.
Yeah, I did like that they explained that because I remember hearing that in watching like stuff online and stuff, and I was just like, okay, he gonna be like a baby larva type form. But I was glad, like how you said, they mentioned that. I think I'll say one bad for me was I would have liked to see more of Sylvester Stallone's character and the Ravagers.
Yeah. I thought we wasn't we supposed to get something like
that's what I thought.
I could have.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I thought they were gonna go in and help them get the stuff and everything like that. Yeah. And because like Sylvester Stallone's character, like he's really powerful. That's why he's like the one that reigns over them. So I thought we'd at least see him get into some kind of battle or some kind of thing, but they kind of just treated them like police a little bit. So I would have liked to have seen more of the Ravagers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I could have swore we were supposed to get a show or something with the Ravagers because I remember they had that whole thing where they were showing like all the people who are now, you know what I'm saying, and I could have swore that something was supposed to evolve from that. I wonder what happened with that shit.
Yeah. Now here's the thing that was kind of ugly to me that I didn't get, and we're gonna
the Ravagers came on the ship like Doctor Strange. Y'all saw that?
Yeah. Well, that's what the dude, he's actually the a sorcerer supreme in one of the worlds and stuff like that. Yeah,
because them niggas just goddamn. I'm talking about just from all directions. I'm like, oh hey.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either though. I
wasn't expecting it, and I didn't know it in the moment. It wasn't until I watched. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We watch the movie, then we go and watch all our videos, and somebody explained. I said, oh, I was like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm actually curious to know how did not Nebula, Green Girl, what's her name? Gamora. How did she get back to space without Quill?
Huh?
How did she get without Star-Lord? Because she just walked off. I want to know how she got back to space without the.
Oh no, Nebula took her. Because remember, Nebula was there with them before Peter came back. Because remember, they were gone. So remember, however Nebula got to Earth, she went with Gamora. Gamora went with Nebula.
Mm-hmm. They left.
That's why she knew where she
dropped off and came back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why she knew where she was at the whole time.
No,
he was like, "Why didn't you tell me?"
On Endgame, how did Gamora from Earth get back to space?
I'm saying, Nebula. Nebula had her own ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember her and Rocket were there. Star-Lord and them got bleeped back at the time of the war. So she could have gave like Gamora her ship and stuff like that, and Nebula could have just went with Rocket and all of them and Thor.
Yeah.
My nigga, you training?
my pee coming out like honey, so I got diluted.
He's stepping on his piss. I have to step on it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The doctor said, "Hey man, this shit too strong. You shouldn't have to spray after you piss, nigga."
Why you do honey like that, dog? Yeah. I wish you'd have found something else to compare it to.
Oh shit! I didn't spit on my own.
Wow! Jesus Christ, man! Jesus Christ!
Come on, man! See,
sir,
this is what Dion sees.
That's a perfect shot, nigga. Damn.
Wow.
You just got nutted on your face, Dion.
This nigga Dion said he gonna give the POVs.
Gave a straight money shot just now. Wow.
So this is straight out of comic book in 3D. If you got your 3D glasses on.
This is a Gallagher concert over here.
Oh my god! All right, man. So let's get into the last segment, man. Which is, like I said, whose would you choose game? And so from all of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like from the first one they started off at 5. Now at the end, they had 9 members. So we have Drax, we have Kraglin, we have Star-Lord, we have Gamora, we have Cosmo, we have Rocket, Groot, Nebula, and who am I forgetting?
Adam.
Yeah, Adam Warlock.
No,
Who's
Mantis.
that dog?
Mantis.
Because that was my
Mantis.
ugly. Who's the dog?
Cosmo?
Cosmo.
Nah, not
Cosmo.
Cosmo, yeah.
That dog's from Inhumans.
Oh,
Right?
no.
Is it Comet?
Cosmo.
No. Cosmo's from the Inhumans, right?
Oh, okay. My bad.
What was it? What was this dog's name?
Hold on.
It might be the same name.
Was it maybe?
I think that's the same
Because
dog.
Comet, no, Dion, Comet is the one from Full House. You're thinking of the
Oh no,
Yeah, it's Cosmo.
It is Cosmo.
So
Well,
what's
wait,
the dog
what's
from
the-
Inhumans?
Oh, you talking about the big one?
Oh, the big one's Lockjaw.
I ain't
Yeah.
talking about Lockjaw. Inhumans have another dog too. Wait, never mind. It might be. I'm tripping. My bad.
Are you talking about because the other one? No, that's Superman's dog. Never mind.
I'm tripping.
Oh no. So that was your ugly, Brody?
That was my ugly. Yeah, just I don't know. It was kind of that was the only part that was sometimes a little cringy to me. I don't know if it was the voice, the sound of it. I don't know what it was, but something was just like I think it was the whole. Tell me I'm a good dog. Take it back, please.
Yo.
Take it back. I think it could have been a lot funnier.
That was too bestiality. Tell me I'm a good girl.
Yeah. I wish they'd have made her do
It
have
was
like a
weird.
story to actually do something. Yeah, it was too long of a running joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that was their attempt to try to make another cute animal, like a cute thing that they could sell, and it didn't hit. It didn't.
She
hit.
is a good dog.
The payoff didn't work either.
No, but we also didn't talk about the Howard the Duck cameo again.
That was I about to say. That was my ugly right there.
That's your ugly.
But
Yes,
I'm so tired of this nigga, man.
I did not
man.
like how he looked, bro. Like that new design of Howard the Duck, that shit was creepy, bro.
I like creepy Howard the Duck, man.
Nah, bro, I was not digging that. The first one at the end credit scene, I was like, okay, I don't mind that one, but like this new one, like no, bro, that dude look creepy as hell with that black suit on too. I'm like, nah, you look like you sent straight from hell to make deals to take people's souls. Fuck that, no. And the Easter egg for me was the ugly, not the first one, the second one. What the fuck was that?
What the
What was the
him
second post credit scene again?
Him eating cereal with his grandpa, and then he was like, his son could do it, and he was like, "Let me not get started on him." And I'm just like,
"Who is it?"
They didn't say.
They didn't
say anything. It just him eating cereal, and it just went off.
I mean, this wrapped up Guardians. It didn't really do
Wrap
much
it
for the MCU. Like as far as the story, it just wrapped up Guardians. So I think that's why they just capped it off like that. Because both of the scenes, I mean, you saw the new Guardians, but it was like we don't know if they gonna be in the Avengers. Like we don't know how that's gonna go. This was literally just we wrapping up these Guardians. And
but it also said that Star-Lord will return.
But who is Star-Lord? Like I said, we don't know if it's gonna be, because remember, it could be that's the thing. Is you know what I'm saying? It's like, who is Star-Lord? Because is this Star-Lord gonna come back, or is it gonna be somebody else taking on the mantle?
I ain't think about that part.
That's too deep for me.
Yeah, that's way too deep for me. We're gonna jump into
our
final segment.
Peter Quill will return. I think it's gonna be a different Star-Lord because they would have said Peter Quill will return.
Nah, that's to
and that's why I said it. That was my whole point of like who is Star-Lord. So it's like I don't know. Like I think it's just it was a good cap off.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm okay with
when that shit come on Disney Plus, I'm running that movie the fuck up.
Oh, all three. I'm watching straight. I'm watching the little in betweens, and then I'm getting the volume 3, man. So I want to know from y'all, out of the Guardians, which one would you party with?
Groot.
He already.
Which one? Wait, which one?
Teenage Groot, because he about that shit.
Okay.
I can just get him to go grab a couple of hoes and shit, bring them over. True.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think I'm gonna go party with Peter, man. Look at here, Peter before he got in love with Gamora, Peter was out here running through him. If I'm out in space, hey, let's go. I'm rolling with Peter, bro.
Yeah. Peter did hit some orange booty.
Yeah. It left her in the ship the whole time.
Left her in the ship. Yep.
Yeah.
Lack, what about you?
Man, I might have to agree with Darren, man. I mean, Groot seem like he's a icebreaker, man. Yo, who's your man right here? Oh, that's Groot. I am Groot. What did he say? He said, can I get your number? That's what he said. I'm just saying.
The greatest wingman ever.
I'm gonna tell you why Groot's perfect, bro. All these hoes are plant parents. So,
you
know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
I just get my boy Groot to there, get this bitch a plant. Then get next thing you know, I'm hanging from the branches. Being
that running trains with Groot.
Groot got me. Groot just got his arm up. I'm just hanging this down with some head by some hoes. Me and Groot in these streets, nigga.
Hey, Groot cold with it, got his confidence. He'll grow a little flower out his finger and then put it in a hair for you and shit.
Hey, you know what? Even outside of that, Groot can make that little dome thing with the little butterflies in it. Yep. You know how romantic that can be? You in the middle of the club and you like, hey, come here real quick.
Bro,
and then you
imagine
you in this club.
Imagine you on the road, bro. You out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take her back to your room, right? Shit crazy. You just pull over and be like, Groot, cover the car, and then goddamn.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, but then inside of that enclosure, they're gonna have Groot. Like, hey, Groot, why you growing another branch? What's that, Groot? Come
on, man. Hey, but that's
you feel a branch hitting you. You think you in this protected dome? You feel something hitting you in the back? Groot, come on, man. I am Groot. I am.
Hey, sweetheart. My boy want to know if you can tug his leaves.
Hey, what's that tree sap on my back, man? What is this, Groot?
Hey, why you growing this branch? What the hell is that, Groot?
Nah, I would make sure my boy Groot get right. Hey, excuse me. They want you to get his branches right, slim them up. You know what I mean?
Hey, girl, you got any fertilizer at your house?
What? She just go there and spray his private part Groot. You know what I'm saying? Take care of my man Groot, man. Take care of my man.
Broady, man, what about you? Which Guardian you partying with?
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be either Rocket or it's gonna be Rocket or Nebula. I need someone that's gonna understand my humor through the night. Drax, I would love to hang out, but I just feel like I'm gonna be saying so many jokes. He's gonna be like, I don't understand that, and then laugh at the wrongs like ha 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 ha. I'd be like, yo, this nigga Drax is kind of annoying. But I feel like Rocket, he would just. I feel like we'd have some good banter, and I feel like Nebula. I mean, you walk in the club with Nebula, she's. I feel like she'd be a good wing woman. You know what I mean? You go in there, she's like, yeah, I seen some shorties over here, some girls over there. That one's probably a bitch. This one's cool. This one's da. Go this way,
Yeah, that's a made up word.
I respect it. I'm going Groot first and a strong second, Mantis. But go ahead, Will.
Man, why you gonna take mine before I say? I was about to say Mantis, man. Mantis, we about to do everything, and Mantis about that. Like Mantis gonna try everything and make sure we have a good time. Like, we stroll up to the club, they acting like we can't get in. We're getting in, and then we just walk in like free drinks, all the stuff, bro. She gonna be about that shit. She about to dance, have a good time. All the chicks gonna like it because she got the little antenna that lights it up and stuff like that. She finna spread her laughter and stuff. No, this shit is gonna be lit.
Think about when you get drunk and you about to tap out. Mantis be like, power up. You just come back to life in that bitch.
Now you got alcohol poisoning because you overdoing it because you don't even know that you already drunk, but you're like, you're not drunk. Okay, cool. Now you like, more shots for me.
And then when it's all said and done, she gonna hit me with the sleep.
You ain't gotta throw up. You ain't gotta throw up. She just go ahead. Hey, Deborah, hey, sleep,
and I'm out. Okay.
Hey, but you wait, Broady. You know what else is gonna be good with having Nebula because she gets straight to the point. Y'all ever had that homegirl like when you like she a legit homegirl. So when she know you trying to, get with some chicks or something, she like wingmanning but getting straight to the point.
That's what I said. Wing woman. She's a good. She's the perfect wing woman.
That the girl's gonna be Jake. She's gonna be like, "Yo, are y'all fucking or what?" Like because like Nebula gonna get to the point.
I ain't gonna lie. Nebula look like she be in the room, and I'll be like, Nebula, hit her with that vibrator 8000, and her hand and she just got an attitude with it as she going in. Appreciate it, Nebula. Appreciate it. All right, so since all of y'all are dads,
Man, Nebula ain't about to fuck my bitch. Crazy.
You ain't let Nebula get in on it?
I ain't gonna let Nebula fuck my bitch, man. She done hit that bitch with a tool. And I'm a human.
She gonna be a human-sized rose, fam. She gonna be.
That's it. That's all she gonna be for.
I got a rose. I got a bullet. I got whatever you need.
Right. Her head be twisted for you so she can get in them other positions while you doing shit. Like, yo, that look perfect. But I'm gonna ask y'all, which guardian would you let babysit?
Is Dion froze?
Probably.
Okay, that was throwing me off.
And it took us this long. It took us this long to recognize that shit. Yo, that's pretty trash on us.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
You back on group for babysitting?
Man, I think group ain't gonna let nothing happen to my son, my nigga. Nothing.
That's true. That's true.
Nothing.
True.
You know what I'm saying? He not.
And I can see him definitely trying to figure things out on if like your son start crying and stuff like that. It's like Groot gonna try to figure it out.
He gonna call me. I am Groot. I'm like, yeah, the milk in the fridge.
You know what? No, I'm gonna shoot Buddy some bell. What was Yondu's right hand man?
Oh yeah.
Kraglin.
Yeah. Because Kraglin, he gonna ride or die, but he's more reserved, right? He ain't gonna scare my baby. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try his best to, you know what I'm saying, be like a legit babysitter. So I think I'm gonna go with Kraglin.
Yeah, he's solid.
Okay. Broady, what about you?
Man, I mean, I think my personal would be. I mean, the movie illustrated Drax to be the best babysitter. You know, he was good with the kids. Apparently, that's they kind of hinted at. You know, but I think that I'd probably pick Rocket or Gamora. Not this new Gamora, not the rabbit Gamora, but
Gamora.
The other Gamora. Yeah, this new one. I'd be like, yo, why is where are you, Gamora? Nigga, I'm in nowhere right now. Where's my son?
I definitely could see Rocket. I could see Rocket, but Rocket also an asshole, so he might act like he lost my son just to be funny and shit.
Yeah, I can see that, but also too, there's that protective side. So that's why I would pick Rocket too. Like Rocket will take care of them no matter what, and then he'll have them set up. Just like in the second one, when he put all them traps for somebody coming, like I know he gonna do that for my kid. Yeah, and plus he gonna teach him something. Like it may be the wrong thing. It's just like, you know, my baby know how to build bombs now, but it's like, yo, my baby know how to build bombs. Like, appreciate it.
And
and the kids gonna love Rocket. It's like
Say it again, Broady.
Rocket's kind of like a little stuffed animal for the kid too, so that's the cool thing. It's like, oh yeah, it's a little friendly.
Man. Hey, don't call him that, man.
He just came to terms with being a raccoon. We can't.
You know how he
expose him to the stuffed animal side. Yeah. He just got being cool with being a raccoon.
You want to know why you like this? Because you're just like me.
Ooh. I was like, ooh.
That volume 2 when he was giving it. Ooh.
I wish he'd have said, "Well, ain't that a bitch?" and then sat down. That was a perfect time for Rocket to say that. And I was like, "Yo,
my parents sold their little boy out to slavery. You want to know how you are? Because you just like me. Everybody who get close to you push them away. You rat." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just honorable mention to the Yondu, man. Yondu
Yondu a real nigga, man.
Yo, that was I still be laughing to the point where he was just like, yo, you look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool? Yeah, he's cool. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
You know what's hilarious about that? Because so I was fresh off of watching him on Walking Dead.
Right.
So you hated him so much in that show. So when he popped up and you was like, oh, he's still in Peter, you like, oh, he about to be an asshole. Then you like, damn, hey, yo, he a real nigga, dog. Like, yo, that's my nigga.
Yo, when he brought Quill into space and he was like, he may have been your father, but he wasn't.
But I am your daddy.
Yeah. Like, yo, bro. And then just like, yo, when he was going and I'm like, oh, come on, bro. No, yo, y'all ain't got to do this to us, man.
Did y'all think Peter was going to go out like that?
No.
That was weird. That was kind of weird.
I was like, yo,
where's his space mask at? Come on, man.
Yo, so we found that out. So I actually found out about that. He left it in his room Because remember, by the time they got started, they were already into the shit with Adam. So they never went back to go grab their stuff. They went immediately to the ship. So he never grabbed his jetpacks or his face thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because when it was happening, because remember, I was still under the mindset that Rocket was going to die and somebody else was going to die, and so I'm like, I'm waiting to try to see who else is going to die. And so when that moment happened, I'm like, yo, they about to do that, and then I'm thinking of Yondu, so I'm like, they about to do a full circle. I'm like, yo, they about to really rip our hearts out. And so like I thought that was that moment. It got me for a moment.
Yeah, it did for a moment too, man. Yeah, so but man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. I just want to get any more closing remarks in regards to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 before we close this thing out, and then I'm gonna allow y'all, of course, as always, to let people know where to follow y'all and support y'all. We're gonna start off with Darren, then we're gonna move to Deuce, Broady, and I'm gonna close this thing out. Darren, you are up.
You're muted, bro.
Oh, you muted, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
There you go.
Let me take this Bluetooth off my phone. There we go. What was it again? What's the last thing you said?
Just final thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then let people know where to follow you.
Hey man, I go to the movies high, so it takes a lot for a movie to keep me up and not doze off. You know what I'm saying? Like doze off a little bit. I ain't saying sleep in the movie, but you're like, oh Lord, let me sit up because I done ate some nachos, popcorn, or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Guardians kept me up the whole time. Funny, hilarious. After watching some of the TikTok shit, I can see where people come from with their little point of views and missing holes and shit. But I mean, emotionally, bro, like we're connected to these characters, bro. We've been this way for the past 5-6 years, and I think it was a phenomenal movie. I'm glad no one died. I'm glad Rocket finally got us. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you go for the underdog, we all been going for Rocket this whole time. You know what I'm saying? We don't know why we like Rocket, but we love that little nigga, man. We don't know why, but we do. And so it was just good to see that. And yeah, man, I'm Darren Big Baby Brand. Half the last few hits. You know what I mean? Look out for shows coming up. We already planning our last few hits trip next year to Tulum, Mexico. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, shit. Tubi movie on the way. Christmas Story. So let's do it.
Yes, sir. Deuce.
So kind of like what Big Baby said, man. Like, yo, man, right now with the Guardians, like we know that this was wrapping up for like the director, you know what I'm saying, James Gunn, for a lot of the actors. They like, you know what I'm saying, they jumping out of the Marvel game. And so when we think about like shows, I mean, these shows and superhero stuff wrapping up, we always are looking for somebody who's going to die, who's going like how they going to exit, how they going to die, how they going to kill them off. And Guardians of the Galaxy showed that you don't have to kill somebody off to still have a dope completion. Like this, this trilogy in totality is one of the best trilogies that we've gotten to see on screen, man. And I enjoyed the ride, and just like what you know what I'm saying, Darren said from the beginning, I didn't know much about them, and I was fully invested into their journey and their come-ups. And this is a solid trilogy. This was a solid movie, best trilogy. And yeah, man, follow me, young_Deuces everywhere, man. You hear me on Watch Mojo. I'm over there. I'm over there. I'm doing stuff on Sway's Universe. And yeah, if you're going to be at DreamCon in July, man, we're going to be out there, man. We're going to be out there. We got a little thing that we're going to be doing. So, man, make sure y'all check us out for the on the bill, man, and fuck with me.
Yes, sir. Broady, you're up.
Yeah, man, Guardians was a pleasant surprise. I mean, I kind of think like, going into it, I had no idea what it was. I'm sure I didn't see it opening weekend, opening day, because I just could care less. But then by the time they were shown in the Avengers films, I was like, yo, I think I'm starting to enjoy them. Like, you feel like you know them. And what I love the attention to the detail of these are different characters. Like, it's not just they just have different accents or like sounding voices. Like, they literally have different dialects of the way they speak, and that's kind of like a nod to Star Wars, because Star Wars, all the different creatures, like Yoda speaks in his own rhyme, the way he speaks. Chewbacca speaks in Wookiee, and it's like everyone has their own language. And I think I love that everyone had the way that they spoke. as far as this last one, I had to go see it opening day. You know, it was like, yo, like I actually had that enthusiasm to see it, and they nailed it with the heart. I mean, I can't believe like that these other Marvel films or these other films aren't taking a note from that to finally make you feel like really genuinely feel something in a movie. Like, of course, we're going to enjoy the spectacle, but that heart we got in this film, we got in Spider-Man. Yeah. We got it in when in Infinity War when he said, I don't feel so good. Dark, you know, and he started during the blip, you know, and we got it for sure at the beginning of Wakanda Forever. Yeah. But like, you know, I would say these are, if we're talking about the heartfelt moments, it's easily in that top 5 heartfelt moments in the Marvel franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
Can I add on to a heartfelt moment?
Oh yeah.
When Nebula realized she heard Rocket on her headset.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It gave me Cap on your left. They gave me them vibes. You know what I'm saying? When you heard that moment,
she was like Rocket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people forgot they was the only 2 left when the blip hit. So they was in space together with just them 2. Fucking flying around for 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
Yep. So and then just to add to the thing for Nebula, when she said, "I'm gonna stay here and create the home that I never had." Yeah. I was like, yo,
her arc, man, her character arc, her growth, man. Because she was so cold at first.
And we didn't fuck with Nebula in the beginning, bro. We thought she was an enemy.
Yeah.
But then when we got introduced to Thanos and we see how he treated her, then we was like, damn, it's the reason why she fucked up.
Yeah.
Then we started fucking with it. Then this movie, we love her now.
Yeah, man. So I feel the same. Oh no, Broady, just let people know where to follow you.
Oh yeah, follow me at Broady the Joker, Broady the Joker on all social media platforms. Of course, if you're in the Arlington, Virginia area, I'm doing a live taping on June 18th. That's Father's Day. There's no school, no work Monday. It's Juneteenth weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. It's going to be an amazing weekend. I hope to see y'all there. Get your tickets, arlingtondrafthouse.com.
Let's go.
Sir. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, and then just my final thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy, man. In a world full of misfits, man, this is one of the perfect trilogies to showcase a group full of misfits and then what can happen when they just step up to the plate and do something extraordinary. And so I love the ride that James Gunn gave us. It was such a beautiful ride from beginning all the way to end. And it is the perfect example to show that to Brody's point of it being heartfelt, AI can't do that. So just keep that in mind. And if you ever need to, watch this film so you know why writers are important. So I've been Will Pharaoh. You know, you can follow me everywhere on Will Pharaoh. I appreciate y'all checking out this episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments below what was your good moments, your bad moments, and some of the ugly moments you think were in Guardians of the Galaxy, and which Guardian of the Galaxy would you go party with? Let us know in the comments below and we'll definitely reply back. And we will catch you next time. I go get that.
Girl.